Good morning and happy Thursday. Today I'm going to be going over the day 13 math, where we are continuing on with our lessons in money. It looks like we're going to start with our math task first, so let's go ahead and get started. Susan wanted to make a birthday card for her best friend but needed some art supplies. Number 1. She emptied her piggy bank and found 1 quarter, 5 dimes, 3 nickels, and 8 pennies. How much money did Susan find in her piggy bank? Show or explain how you know. Okay, well, if we remember from yesterday, whenever we're counting coins, we need to start with the coin that has the highest value, which is going to be our quarter. And it has a value of 25 cents. And then we are going to move on to our dimes, which have a value of 10 cents. And we then are going to move on to nickels, which have a value of 5 cents. And finally, our pennies, which are worth 1 cent each. So let's go ahead and get started. We have our quarters worth 25. Then we're going to move on, increasing the value by 10 each time we count a dime. So 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75. Now we're going to move on to our nickels, and each time now it's going to increase by 5 because the nickel has a value of 5 cents. So there was 75, 80, 85, and again increasing by 5, 90. And now we're going to count our pennies, which each have a value of 1. So we left off with 90, so this is going to be 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. So Susan has a total of 98 cents in her piggy bank. And show or explain how you know. We know that she has 98 cents because we counted the money based on its value. So if you just draw a picture or somehow how you're counting them, draw the lines where you count from 25, or you can even draw the values on this picture here. And that is how you explain your work. Okay, moving on to number 2, which is the second part of this math task. Susan went to the store with her mother and saw a pack of stickers for 35 cents and a glitter pen for 60 cents. Does Susan have enough money to buy both items to make her birthday card? Show or explain how you know. Okay, so remember Susan had, when we counted the money in her piggy bank, Susan had 98 cents. So here I have the 35 cents that is going to represent the pack of stickers, and then here I have the 60 cents that is going to represent the glitter pen. So if we add up all of these coins and it's less than 98 cents, we know that Susan has enough to buy both items. So let's go ahead and start counting the money. Remember, always starting with the coins that have the greatest value. So we're going to start with the quarters, and then we're going to move over to the dime, which we have 1 dime, and then 2 nickels. So when counting the quarters, we're counting in increments of 25 because each quarter is worth 25 cents. So we have 25, 50, 75, and now we're going to increase by 10 because a dime is worth 10. So 85, and now by 5. So 85, 90, 95. So Susan has the items Susan would like to buy total up to 95 cents, which is less than 98, so Susan would indeed have enough to buy both items. So to explain her answer, Susan has enough money to buy both items because they total up to be less than 98 cents. So that would be your answer. Because these total up to be 95 cents and she has 98 cents, she would actually have money left over, meaning there is enough to purchase both of those items. Now we are going to move on to number 3 of the math task, which is, while Susan was at the store, she saw a ring that she would like to have herself. The ring cost 45 cents. Can she still buy one or both of the other items? Okay, remember Susan had 98 cents. And the ring costs 45 cents. So in order to determine if she has enough to buy either of the other items, which was the stickers for 35 cents or the glitter pen for 60 cents, we're going to need to subtract the 45 cents, the ring cost, from the amount of money that Susan has, and then see how much we have left over, and then we can compare it to the cost of the other items and determine if she does or does not have enough. So I lined these up based on the place value. We're always going to start with the ones column. And we have 8 minus 5. So remember, if we have 8 of something and we take 5 of them away, we have 3 left. And then moving over to the tens column, if we have 9 of something and we take 4 of them away, we are left with 5. So Susan is left with 53 cents. And if you look over here at the items, the stickers are worth 35 cents, which is less than 53 cents. So she would have enough for the stickers. And the glitter pen is worth 60 cents. Susan has 53 cents. She doesn't have enough to buy the glitter pen. So Susan would have enough to buy the ring and the stickers. Those are the 2 items that Susan would have enough to buy. Okay, we're going to move on to our day 13 math, and we need to complete each sentence. So it's wanting us to fill in which coin matches up to the value. So number 1, we need to complete each sentence. Number 1, a coin that has a value of 25 cents is a... So you need to ask yourself, which coin has the value of 25 cents? If you said a quarter, you are correct. And then moving on to number 2, a coin that has a value of 5 cents. The coin that has the value of 5 cents is a nickel. And then number 3 wants to know, a coin that has a value of 1 cent is a, and that is a penny. And then last, a coin that has a value of 10 cents is a, and the coin that has the value of 10 cents is a dime. So they just wanted you to fill in which coin matched those values. Okay, we're going to move on to slide 5. And this is a little bit of practice very similar to what we did yesterday, where we are counting the coins. As you can see, they are already put in order from greatest to least value, which is the easiest way to count coins. So we are going to start with number 5, and we have 1 quarter, and we know a quarter is worth 25 cents. And now we're moving on to dimes, and so each time we put a number down, it's going to increase by 10 because a dime has a value of 10. So we have 25, this is going to be 35, and then if we add 10 more to 35 to represent that dime, that is going to be 45. And we don't have any more dimes, so we're going to move on to nickels, which have a value of 5 cents. So 45 and 5 more is 50. And 50 and 5 more is 55. And 55 and 1 more, now we're into pennies, which have a value of 1 cent, is going to be 56. And then adding 1 more penny, 56 and 1 more is 57. So this column of coins adds up to 57 cents. Okay, moving on to number 6, it looks like we have 2 quarters, 1 dime, 1 nickel, and 3 pennies. So let's go ahead and get started. As you can tell, they all are ready lined up based on their value, starting with the coins with the greatest value. We have 25 cents. And because we have another quarter, we're going to increase that by 25. So 2 quarters is 50 cents. And now we have a dime, so we need to increase that by 10 cents. So we're going to start skip counting by tens. So we have 50. This is going to be 60 cents. That was the only dime, so we're moving on to the nickel, which is going to be skip counting by 5s now. So 60 and 5 more is 65. And then we have 3 pennies. So each time we count the pennies, the number is going to increase by 1. So 65 plus 1 is 66. And then if we increase 66 by 1 more, that is 67. And if we increase 67 by 1 more, we have 68. So we know that in number 6, those coins total up to be 68 cents. For number 7, I would like you to try this one on your own. It is already lined up based on the place value. There are not any quarters. So just remember, a dime is worth 10 cents. the nickels are each worth 5 cents and the pennies are worth 3 cents. And then make sure you log the total over here. If you have any questions, do not ever hesitate to reach out to me on class tag or in the comment section below, and I will get back with you with some help. But I do want you to try number 7 independently. The last thing we have here is our math fluency, where we have a equation, 75 minus 25, and because we see that subtraction symbol, we know we are looking for the difference. So we have a number, we are taking some of it away and seeing what the difference is. What do we have left? We need to show this in multiple ways. When it asks you to use any strategy, the easiest way is going to line that up in standard algorithm form, and that is lining it up based on the place value. The ones match the ones, the tens match the tens, and then we can subtract starting with the one section. So here we are subtracting 5 minus 5. If you have 5 of something and you take 5 of those away, how many is left? And you are taking all of them away, so you're going to have 0 left. And now we're moving on to the 10 spot. We have 7 and we are taking 2 away. If you have 7 of something and you take 2, you have 5 left. So we know 75 minus 25 is 50. When it's asking you to use models or visuals, using the base 10 blocks is always going to be your best bet. I started out with representing the number 75 in tens and ones, and what we're going to do, we are going to take 25 of those away. So in order to take 25 away, I'm going to remove 2 10 bars that represent the tens column, and 2 10 bars represents 20. And then we are going to take away the 5 ones. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we should be left with 5 10 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They each have a value of 10. So if we skip counted those, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. That would be a great way to show 75 minus 25 using models or visuals. In the next part, we need to write a story, and this is always my favorite part. You're basically just coming up with your own word problem that reflects this equation. So today I have Jade had 75 jelly beans. She gave 25 jelly beans to Jasmine. How many jelly beans did she have left? And as you can see, the 75 was represented, and then we also represented the 25 jelly beans that would be given away or taken away. Lastly, how do you know your answer is correct? This is where we're going to check our work, and we always check our work by using the inverse operation, which is just a fancy word for saying you are doing the opposite. So if our equation is asking us to subtract, we are going to check our work by adding. So what we did here is I took, this should be 50. Sorry about that. This should be 50. Let me just fix that really quick. Okay. We have 50 plus 25 equals 75. So what we did is we took the difference and we added it to one of our add-ins, and the total should have came up to the total of the additional add-in, and it did, so we know our work is correct. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me, either class tag or commenting below. I look forward to talking to you all very soon. Stay safe. Oh, goodbye.